Hola my beauties, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hello, my name is Gurishq Kaur. I'm in a really nice mood because I got a full face of new makeup, honey. So we're gonna try. I mean, it's been a while now that we did like a one brand tutorial, so I thought why not sit down today and actually do like a good old one brand tutorial. And today we've got none other than Plume in our hands, baby, the brand known for doing one of the best makeup tools. They've also come up with lipsticks and liners and whatnot, even primers, and I was like, hold on a second, I need to do like a sit down tutorial and actually try out these products with you all and give you a quick review and also create like a nice sexy look for the night. I want to create like a evening sort of a glam today, so let's see how this video rolls out and what we end up creating, but please keep on watching. Alrighty guys, so we are up close and ready for the makeup shebang to come, and I've also like pulled back my hair and stuff. I'm gonna start with my brows the usual, and for that I'm gonna use the Plume's angular brush. It's the P15. It's angular on one end and then has, you know, a spoolie on the other. This angular brush is actually pretty precise. Otherwise, like some angular brushes on the market are like pretty thick. With this, I mean, you can really draw hair like strokes, can even do your eyeliner maybe. And then I just like to go over with the spoolie so it does not look as boxy, and yeah, just gives like an even distribution of the product. Makes the brows look nice and soft and natural. Now to carve out my brows, I'm going to use the P11 flat brush. It's such a beautiful cut crease brush, to be honest. If you notice, the thinness of this flat brush is everything. And I'm just going to use this to carve out my brows for today. Then I'm just gonna take the P20 brush by Plume. It's basically like a dense blending brush of sorts. You can blend with it, you can powder with it, you can do pretty much anything with it, but it's rather dense, so it's, you know, better for cream products. So that's what we're gonna do today as well. So the concealer is nice and blended, and I'm gonna go ahead and tape my eyes, not like tape my eyes, but like tape my eyes, so to get that basically nice wing shape. And we're gonna keep it extremely simple with the products. I'm not gonna use too many products. We are all for multi-purposing here, so this much tape should suffice. I'm gonna basically put it at this angle, and I do have some concealer left on my hand, so I'm just going to use that to prime the eyelids. And then using the P02 brush, which is like a fluffier angled powder brush, I'm basically going to set the eyes with the powder. And now instead of playing with powder eyeshadows, I'm gonna multi-purpose the Plume's lipsticks as my eyeshadows today. First of all, a moment of appreciation for that packaging. Like, sis, that looks and feels luxurious. Okay, so this one is in the shade Coffee Date, and it's basically like a creamy matte bullet lipstick. Anyways, I'm just gonna pick a little bit of the lipstick on my P17 flat shader brush of sorts, and then I'm going to start with packing our cream eyeshadow. I'm going to pack it in the same angular motion, like sort of in a wing liner shape, but not super precise because we're going to blend it out anyways. Likewise on the other eye as well. It's going to create the most perfect neutral smoky wing liner. And once we have this shape, I'm going to go ahead and blend it out. And for that, I'm going to use the Plume P12 Precision Blending Brush. Also, a quick lesson / tip for my beginners. When you're packing a shadow, hold your brush aage se, from the front. When you're packing it, you want more intensity. Whereas when you're blending it out, you want the brush strokes to be very like feather light strokes, okay? So you hold your brush piche se, okay? You hold it from the back and just go ahead with like soft round circles around the edge, you know, where you want to blend it, and slowly and gradually you'll start seeing that beautiful fade. And once you're done with that first blend, you know, that attempt to fade it out a little, I personally like to go ahead with another blending brush, you know, more of a fluffy classic blending brush like this one. It's the P07 by Plume. and just go over the edge one last time to soften it out completely so that there's a beautiful fade with no harsh lines whatsoever. And if it's a daytime event, you can leave the eyes like that, put on a lash, put on some mascara, and you're good to go. But since it's like more of an evening look that I'm going for, I'm gonna add in, you know, some eyeliner in there, some black classic eyeliner, just define the eyes a little more, I suppose. And for that, I'm gonna use the Plume Long Pro eyeliner. So it's a felt tip liner, and also I have not used this yet, so it's also gonna be my first time using this eyeliner. The tip is like white, I guess. I'll have to shake it a little to get the ink out. Ooh, so now I see something, like now the tip is black apparently. That's interesting. Okay, that is black. That's like so smooth, dude. That is going on smooth and black. That eyeliner tip is so precise. Can you see that? You see that in the corner wing? Beautiful. So I added a pair of lash off camera, and this is what the eyes look like. It looks so subtle and so wearable, yet like glam and sexy. Also, this eyeliner, it's black. The tip is like genuinely so fine, and I am not a person who's very good with wings usually, but you can see for yourself, even the inner corner wing has come out so good, which is like so rare on this channel. And yeah, I'm just loving the eyes. The liner is pretty good. It's like a satin finish liner, but it is black, I tell you. Alright, and now back to the skin. My skin could really use some primer, some moisturizing, some blurring of the pores, and for that we got all product for all these needs and requirements. That is the Silk Blur moisturizing primer. I've actually used this in the past. It's kind of dusty because I've really used it up, and we have a fresh container right here. Honestly, the packaging of this product is beauty. Like, it's so pretty, dude. The whole pink and white theme, love it. So yeah, this is what the packaging looks like. I'm gonna have to open it. And there you got the moisturizing creme. I'm probably gonna use what's on the cap because I'm not gonna waste it. I'm just being fancy and using a brush to apply my primer. I'm using the P05 flat brush to apply the primer. This product is actually a hybrid between a moisturizer, like a really hydrating moisturizer, and a blurring primer, which is like very interesting to me because it genuinely hydrates as well as mattifies / blurs. So I don't know how Plume came up with this very unique formula, to say the least, but they kind of aced it. It gets absorbed into the skin pretty easily and pretty quick, and we are moisturized and primed. Alright, for our foundation, I'm gonna sort of ditch a foundation brush and go ahead with the with the ever so famous product of Plume, the blenders. This is another one of Plume's beautiful beauty blenders, and this is what the size looks like before wetting it, like as in when it's dry, and this is what it looks like when you wet it. It is almost doubled in size, dude. Bro, the sponge is so good. I'm like never going back to using a brush again. It is so soft and spongy. Just look at how it bounces off my skin and just gives it the most skin-like finish. Gives the foundation the most skin-like finish. Does not make it look cakey. It's so soft, and yet it does not absorb a lot of product and still gives my foundation the coverage it has. I'm like really into this sponge, and I guess I'm going to become a beauty blender girl all over again. All thanks to Plume. Again, for my contour, again, I'm going to use the same lipstick I used as my eyeshadow. That beautiful, gorgeous brown lipstick. And this is in the variant Coffee Date. And I'm also going to use it as my contour / more of a bronzer, because it's like slightly a warmer brown. On Indian skin tones, a warm brown bronzer situation looks damn good. And there you go. As much as I would love to do my entire face with this blender, it's so soft and squishy, oh my god. I would go ahead and use a brush from Plume. It's the P04. So it's basically like the stiff, sort of like a denser contour, cream contour brush. So general rule of thumb for like my beginner babies, as in which brush is used for what, the denser packed brushes are always used for like cream products. So all your liquid foundations, your cream contour, your cream blushes, these will basically be blended out with like denser brushes. Whereas for your powder products, you need more fluffier brushes. So yeah, that's the general rule of thumb if you're also confused at which brush is used for what. Again, if you feel the bronzer is looking slightly harsh, go over with your blender, tap on the edge where you really want to blend it, and it will just seamlessly melt into the foundation. So the base does look nice so far, however it could really use a little bit of blush, and again for that I'm going to use another shade from the Plush matte lipsticks, and this one is in the variant Wine O'Clock. I mean, that is a gorgeous fine lip shade. So I'm just going to use a tad bit because first of all these lipsticks are pigmented, and second of all they're very creamy, so you just need a little bit if you want to use it as your blush. And for this I'm going to use the P02 blush brush. It's like a blush slash contour brush. And when I tell you that touch of lipstick was enough to do the entire cheek, I really meant it. So yeah, just smile and blush it away. Then one last time I'm going to make sure there are no creases underneath my eyes, and then I'm going to set it using the same blender. Picking some powder, just going to set my under eyes really quick. So instead of baking, I like to really press in the powder with the blender, and the dampness of the blender really ensures it's nicely packed in and locked and sealed. I'm just going to lightly set my entire face. So I did put on some kajal, but it looks a little sharp for the western look that we're going for. So I'm going to use the P08 pencil brush and actually soften it a little. I'm just going to take it back into the wing so it looks nice, smoky and sultry of sort. And now it's time for some highlighter, and for that I'm going to use the Plume P06 fan brush. So basically a fan brush like this actually helps in the precise application of highlighter and not like highlighter all over, especially if you have textured skin. You should use something like this that is more tapered, like a fan brush, to apply a highlighter, so you have control over the highlighter application and only apply it, you know, on top of your cheekbones, on the bridge of your nose, and likewise. And finally for the actual lip of the day, like I'm really not able to pick between these two beautiful shades that just launched. So this one's a Wine O'Clock that we used as our blush, and this one's Coffee Day that we used on our eyes as well as our bronzer. I guess since the eyes are, you know, kind of giving it, it's like nice and smoky and everything, so probably I'll go ahead with Coffee Day to really, you know, make this look a little more neutral and calm and composed, whereas Wine O'Clock is like a really badass shade, and maybe we'll save it for another video. That's pigmented. Agreeing to this coffee date, this whole marriage of this makeup together was a good decision. The way it just glides on. And that's the finished makeup look. Honestly, this shade is so pretty. Like, I'm a sucker for these terracotta warm brown shades, and it's just that, and one of the prettiest terracotta shades I literally own in my collection. So pretty. Like, it's neither too orange, neither too brown, it's just right in the middle, and I really like this shade. It's actually going in my purse right away because this is going to be my summer terracotta lippy. And yeah, with that we come to an end to this tutorial. I really love this look. It's just such a vibe, I tell you. This is like some accomplished boss lady. She knows her shit. She's looking fierce, she's confident, she's beautiful. like I'm feeling it with this full face of makeup. Had fun using all these products, genuinely loved all of them. Like I can't complain, bro. I can't complain if I don't find anything odd. And I really liked using the entire collection by Plume. It was beautiful. So yeah, happy shopping, and let me know in the comments below which was your favorite product by Plume and which product are you eyeing in your next shopping spree. With that, it's a wrap for today. I'm just gonna keep on staring at myself and click some nice pictures, and see you guys in my next tutorial. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you in my next one.